There is some news regarding the potential expansion of the Southeastern Conference. Of course, Texas and Oklahoma likely on their way in. The Board of Regents at both schools voted unanimously to say, yes, okay, we'll join. The schools issued a joint statement saying they intend to remain in the Big 12 until the current Big 12 media rights deal expires. That's June of 2025. Greg Sankey appeared on SEC Now today to talk about the move.
It seems we've had any number of significant conversations in the last 15 or 16 months, and obviously this goes towards the top of that list, and it's a significant moment in many ways. We're dealing with much in college athletics, federal legislative discussion, state legislation, Supreme Court decisions, name, image, and likeness, and it is a transformational time. And it's a rapidly transforming time. So as we look to our future, when the outreach came and things have developed rapidly, you saw yesterday with our announcement of a unanimous vote, the nod towards our future. And it is a significant day today with this announcement, but also looking forward to 2025 and what's ahead for all of us in the Southeastern Conference. We don't always have 14-0 votes. In fact, we say 8-6 when you leave the room is expected to be 14-0. That's a sign of unity. And so I just want to speak directly to that unanimous vote, I think representing the hallmark of the Southeastern Conference, which is the ability to come together. And my appreciation for the discussions with Texas A&M University's Board of Regents. They've led the state of Texas into this league and have just performed magnificently as a university, as an athletics program, as a member. And my appreciation for Dr. Kathy Banks. And the lessons learned, these things are always challenging, and how we can communicate effectively from this point forward with all of the transition happening around our league is certainly on my mind. But I'm deeply appreciative of the unanimous vote that was present, and that's the spirit of the Southeastern Conference, despite the intense competitive rivalries, and I think bodes well for our future together.
If you didn't know better, Ryan, you'd think they were all making s'mores and singing Kumbaya around the campfire. Listen, it is what it is behind closed doors, but the unanimous vote does say something about the public face of this. Do you anticipate that, in fact, there'll be perhaps clearer communication moving forward?
I think there will be. And I'll say this about Greg Sankey. He has always been very upfront about everything. He gives his cell phone number out probably too much. He probably wishes he hadn't given it out so much over the last week in particular. And that's why this caught so many people off guard, whether it's someone that knows him through work or whether it's someone that deals with him through business. But yes, you mentioned the 14-0 vote. We said this on the show yesterday. This is how the SEC does things. Now, I will also say this, and I tweeted it last night. Last night was probably a great night to own a liquor store in College Station, because they're swallowing a lot of pride right now to participate in that vote. So, yes, it's 14-0. But I think there's still probably a lot emotionally for a lot of people to get around after that vote.
Without a doubt, Ryan. And one of my favorite things about what Sankey said is it was just a really relatable moment, right? Where he kind of just decided, hey, I'm going to do the thing that I want to do and ask for forgiveness later. And that's what he's done. And he also really kind of buttered up Texas A&M right there. Like, hey, we really appreciate, them understanding, even though we kind of did this behind their back. We knew you weren't going to like it, but we're all going to be richer for it, and it was going to happen anyway. So I thought that was funny. I thought he played it very well, and eventually, obviously, we're getting this thing done in Texas and Oklahoma. We're going to be in the SEC, and we're going to have just incredible football schedules in that conference for many years to come.
Yeah, and the reality is, y'all, that listen, you don't have to agree with everything that a CEO, a commissioner does, that the boss does, but if all they keep doing is making you more money, and making you the cornerstone of the sport and the business within which you're making your living, then you say thank you very much. And that's what's happening with Greg Sankey right now.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.